Hi everyone, happy hump day. Thanks for hopping over. Jess here, of course, with some updates on everything kind of in the ESL world, what's going on here, and then some updates on TomABC as well, because I've been getting a lot of emails about them. I did just shoot this video and my phone was about to die, so I'm hoping we may get through this without any crazy complications. So you'll also see that I have a different I'm in a different room today. Things have been a little crazy around here. We dropped my boys from 5 days of daycare to 2 days a week, which has been interesting to say the least. But so my entire office space, which was upstairs, is now just my laptop and a couple other things downstairs on my dining room table, because they are home with me 3 days a week now. So it's gonna be fun. But that's why you see a different setting here as well. I also want to share with you guys that I have officially closed my schedule completely for teaching English online, and that goes for Qkids and Palfish. I have been closing for Qkids for a little while, and I do want to talk a little bit about that too, for those of you who are interested in Qkids or who might be concerned about the contracts and things like that. But so basically the reason why I've closed out is just because being 25 weeks pregnant, now having the kids home 3 days a week, you know, not getting much sleep, it's just really starting to take a toll on me, both physically, mentally, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting the rest that I need before the baby does arrive. So what I was doing initially was just cutting down, and I cut down to like 1 class a day, most days of the week. But so this is kind of part 2, because again, my phone decided to give me that death warning. So what I had done initially was drop down to like 1 or 2 classes a day, Monday through Friday, and then, you know, my typical like 4 classes on Saturdays and Sundays. And even that was cut down drastically. Yeah, so like before I was doing Saturdays and Sundays, like 8 classes, and it was just getting to be too much. I was actually sick for a little while, just with like, you know, a whole bunch of stuff going on. And then I was sick from the pregnancy. I had terrible morning sickness. And so I cut down, thinking that that would kind of be like a good thing, you know, making me feel better. And then I just was still waking up at 4:30 every morning to teach the 1 or 2 classes. So I still wasn't getting sleep. And I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not overdoing it, especially because at that point I was only working the 1 or 2 classes a day. So I wasn't even really making that much. So it didn't seem worth it considering how tired it was making me. So I closed out. Again, like I mentioned in one of my later videos or earlier videos, if you can't tell, I am still tired. You want to make sure that you let your parents know what's going on, especially with Palfish, because they do, you know, book their classes with you particularly. So I've had some parents who have been a little upset about it, others who have been extremely understanding, but it's important that you let your parents know what's going on, as well as admin at Palfish. And you can just easily send your admin a message. You know, I let mine know that with the pregnancy and my kids' schedules that I just needed to, you know, close my schedule for the time being. I don't know what it will look like when the baby arrives or later, but for right now, that's just kind of where I'm at. In regard to Qkids, so ironically, I haven't taught for Qkids since this second contract of mine started. So Qkids does, I want to say, 6-month contracts, which means I've been doing this for just about a year now. But so my first contract was up about 6 months ago. I taught pretty consistently all the way through. They do like a review of your classes and they get back to you and they ask you to sign your contract or not. I was asked to sign my contract. I have not taught a single class since that contract started. The reason was because there was an update, didn't work up, something went wrong with my computer. Then it was just too much. Liam started not sleeping, I should say. But so it just didn't work out. I couldn't do the night classes anymore with our schedule. So I just was requesting off every single week. Like they book your classes a week to 2 weeks in advance, and I just request off that whole whatever they book. Now, last week I received an email that my contract period was up. They were going to be reviewing me and letting me know if they wanted me to sign back on. And I was like, there's no way they're going to ask me to sign back on. I haven't taught a single class. Somehow, oddly enough, they sent me an email saying that they would like me to sign back on, that I should be getting a contract to sign within the week. I'm not sure why. It doesn't really make sense. I won't be signing it because at this point, I know that I just won't be teaching, and sometimes it's more work to go through and have to cancel all those classes. So right now, I just need to take the time from it. I do still have my full-time job. I did get my real estate license, which I shared in one of my later videos also, or earlier videos. I'm stumbling over my words like crazy today. You'll see I'm also like always out of breath too. This extra weight everywhere is affecting me in all different ways. But so yeah, now while I am not teaching with them, I am still more than happy to help in any way that I can. I have had a couple teachers recently reach out to me in the Palfish app using my referral code and get some help with applying. Even if you don't use my code, I'm happy to answer questions for you, if you're new and just, learning the ropes or anything like that. Okay, so all good things. With being on the topic of applying specifically with Palfish. Okay, so here's the thing. The Chinese government has been extremely stringent and strict on their laws with ensuring that teachers have their TESOL or TOEFL certifications, 120 hours, and that they are citizens, or they are nationals, I should say, from particular countries. So with Qkids, you have to be from the US or Canada. Excuse me. With Palfish, you can be from the US, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. They have the Philippines program, and I think that's it. I might be missing somewhere. But you must show verification of where you are from. Okay, there have been some teachers who create their accounts on Palfish, and they start going through, and then they get rejected before they even get to interview because they're not providing that proof, and their Palfish is just really strict with that. So you want to make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row before you get yourself set up. Have your proof, have your certifications ready to download, have everything ready to go and upload into your accounts. Now also, with that in mind, I know I've talked a lot about Palfish being social. Okay, as a social app, you have this profile. This profile is your resume to parents, students, Palfish as you're applying. You want to make sure that before you do your interview, this is something that they can look to and say, okay, this teacher, I have her interview, I've got her resume, her profile, she looks good, or I don't know, something's missing. You want to have everything ready to go, and everything should be reflective of who you are, both as a teacher, an individual. So I would say upload pictures. I'm seeing a lot of people with just one picture. The suggestion that I give is upload a few. I think I have 10 on mine. They have my kids in them, they have props, they're silly. But I think that if you just have that one professional picture, a child is likely not going to stop at your profile to keep looking. So use your profile, include emojis in your intro, make your intro interesting, use your moments, post different pictures, things like that. Okay, that's really it for applying with Palfish. Sort of those beginning things that make a huge impact. You can be rejected before you even interview, and I know that some people have been discouraged because of that. So make sure you're on top of that. Now in regards to TomABC, because I think in the past 2 weeks I've gotten about 10 to 15 emails asking for referral codes, and things have been so crazy around here that I haven't even had a chance to get to anyone. So I'm hoping that this will sort of cover everything. With TomABC, when I asked for a referral code way back when, it's been a while now, it's crazy that things have not started, but they told me something along the lines of you'll get paid, I want to say it's $30 after a teacher teaches 40 or 50, some large amount of classes. So at this point, I know some teachers have used my code. I have no way of seeing it. Don't wait for my code. I don't really know how it's going to work. I believe that I have to be teaching to get that bonus. At this point, with where my life is and the chaos that it is, I don't know for sure if I will be teaching by the time TomABC finally gets up and running. Now with that, I don't want to discourage you from applying. TomABC seems to be a company that really is just focusing on perfecting everything and ensuring that things are perfect before they get up and running, which is a good thing. A lot of companies have a lot of things to work out when they get started, and I'm sure they will as well, but they're really just working on those things. So I did get an email today from TomABC, and I wanted to just read that to you guys directly so that you are on the same page as I am. So I will just go ahead and look at my computer and read it for you guys. So it says, "Dear teachers, we would like to inform you that the coronavirus outbreak has impacted our work at TomABC. While some employees are able to work from home, the impact on our progress has been substantial. We've had to delay the final stage of testing for our platform for several weeks. On a positive note, we continue to make progress by adding new classes and levels to our platform. We will be in touch again next month. Okay, guys? So that means that for at least another month, they're pretty much on hold. Like I said, I do think that once they get started, they are going to be a good company to work for. So I would suggest just applying on their website. Get accepted. I got accepted very quickly. I know that more people are applying now, but apply, get accepted, get all of your things in. Once they get started, you'll be on that ground floor. You'll be with them. You'll start getting these update emails that I get as well. And so you'll just be as caught up to speed as I am, which clearly isn't, there's not much information. But again, I do really think that they are going to be a good company to be with. So I think that's really all I have to share with you guys for today. I hope that this was somewhat helpful. I apologize for my lack of air and my tech issues, but I hope that it was helpful. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to comment below. I tend to get to comments, I think, a lot faster because they're usually a little bit briefer. And my emails just have been crazy lately, and the kids have just been nuts. So, but still, please feel free to email me. I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. And I hope you guys have a great day. See you next time.